What's up, guys? Yo, yo, yo. How are y'all doing? Can you guys hear me well? All right. Just go here. That's not a bad trade for the YouTube strat right here, actually. That's really not a bad trade. Open low on this 15. It could be the early flip. So that would be your inverse. Not bad at all. Let me just put my chat right here. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? So I still didn't take any trades for today. Just put that here like this. A bit smaller. Yeah, still didn't take any trades for today. There was not any good opportunities for me, to be completely honest. So still waiting to see if something good will show up. Right now, just looking at this chart, I like those generated buy side liquidity pools right here just above us. So this high, and this high right here. So if we can respect this 15-minute gap, I would like to see some potential long opportunity. All right. So I'll look for longs if that 15-minute can flip for sure. I like that. That would be a good play actually. So again, like every other sessions, guys, if we reach 120, we'll do a straight to funded account giveaway. If we reach, what is it, 100, we'll do a growth, and 80 will be a an advanced account. So we'll lock in. Friday, there's not a lot of people usually still, depending if I take a trade or not, but we'll see. In this case, I'll pull out my... I put some background music. Let me just put that here. What is it? Just listen to that. Alright, this one is not bad. I'll put this as my background music. Right. I like what we're doing on the 15 actually. Right. That's serious. Do you guys hear? You guys hear the background music actually? What's up? What's up? So I'm actually down to try this. That will be like the earlier play here on that 2-minute. I'll wait for us to break above this high though. That's what I want to see. I like this. Okay, because it's not. That should be better. All right, so right here, I want to see this candle, react from this bullish rally gap on the 15. So let's see. On the 1 hour, it's pretty much bearish for that. And we have an unfilled 4 hour below us. This could be tricky actually. We'll see if we can find a quick scalp. I'm down for anything really. I didn't take any trades today, so okay, I don't hate that actually. I don't hate that. We're respecting this 15-minute gap, 15-minute OB. You have your 2-minute inverse right here, so I'll just wait for the breaker and see if I can get in with some good size on that. Doesn't look too bad.
Salut, je m'appelle Isabelle et je travaille chez McDo. Quand on m'a demandé de créer une œuvre qui représente...
Bruh. Alright, come on. I want to see us. I want to see us push right here. Yeah, we're not creating the breaker at all. we're holding here on that that bearish order block. We'll see what we can get. Yesterday we had a lot of good setups for sure. Even after I took my trade, like, it was pretty good. So we'll see. Is the music good? The sound? Is it too loud? Or is it cool? Music is too loud. I'll do this. I want to see this little get swept. But just looking at this 1 hour chart, we have some room to the downside. 100%. So even if let's say I take longs, it will be a quick in and out. So it's against the order flow. It's not a bigger picture play. Best zone would be here, in my opinion. Hey Amos, can you break down ES from 11:40 to 12:20 p.m.? How would you have capitalized on that move? What signs should I have looked for? Oh wait, let me see. They show right here. So 12:40. No, 11:40 to 12:20. You said. I don't really trade ES like this, to be honest. But one thing you could have done, let's say, was that you would use this 15-minute gap as your area where if you see signs that we have aggressive sellers on the lower time frame inside a zone where you expect buyers to step in on the higher time frame, which is your 15-minute gap, then if you get an inverse to the upside, you would take your long and ride it back to the upside towards the most recent high. So let's say in this case, if I go on this 15, I have my zone, which is this whole gap, which acts as should act as support, and then you scale down to the 5, and right here on this leg you can see we created a bearish gap. So if we're truly bearish, we should respect this zone to create a new low. So let's say for you, if you wanted to capitalize on that move, this candle was not a bad closure with your stop loss below this level, trying to target either a 1-to-1 for a quick scalp back to the most recent high, let's say right here, or let runners back to the upside. It doesn't always I don't like to hold my trades for that long if I don't have really good context behind why I would look for this whole buy side liquidity pool. Let's say here you had equal highs, but there's a lot of equal highs in the day that don't get picked up or don't get swept. So it's a little bit subjective in my opinion to just go for longs back to, just because there's equal highs above you. So yeah, in my opinion, there was still a way to catch it. Is it part of your plan? This is the question you need to ask yourself. Is it part of your plan? Audio cutting off. Alright, wait. 2 seconds. Am I lagging a little bit? Looks like I am lagging. I think it could be. But yeah, I'm also angry there is a valid disrespected long. Am I right? Yeah. You, let's say here, if you took the YouTube setup, let's say in this case, this would have been a loss for sure. Like, this was valid in my opinion. Did I take it? No. Like, in my opinion, the best setups are not when you dig into the gap. The best setups are when you have perfect sweeps inside the gap, or if you just enter the beginning of the gap, let's say here, and you immediately can't close and then you start pushing. That, in my opinion, is better. So let's say here, and this play would be better in my eyes than this one. Good. All right, perfect. But last time you guys talked about my mic being S, it was actually S, so I trust you guys. All right. So if you guys didn't see, I posted a recap of yesterday, you know, on Twitter and on YouTube, how I made $5,200 using, you know, a framework that I show on YouTube. Basically what happened yesterday was that at the open right here, let's say this was the open, so we formed that bullish gap. So if we're forming bullish fair value gaps, it means that there's a lot of orders to get picked up right here. So if I see price opening higher, shifting below the open, holding the, you know, the market structure shift, so the breaker, and then redistributing back down, and, you know, this gap is still unfilled, then this play right here is what I want to take back towards the unfilled gap. This is what I was explaining yesterday. So you just basically need to have a framework that you can anticipate where price is going to go on the higher time frame, then scale down to the lower to find, you know, good entries. So yeah, that was pretty much the trade I took yesterday. Entered with, you know, good size because I was really confident in it. And yeah, thank you for that. That was not part of my plan, which is why I did not take it. I actually took a loss this AM. It was stopped out. I entered around 10:15 and stop at 10:25. It's all good. If it, like, just have a plan, make sure that your plan is a good plan, and respect it. You know, my point of view of things doesn't mean anything really. It's just my point of view, my way of seeing the markets. So even if I tell you that I wouldn't try to enter here, it's because I don't have the data backing the reason why I would enter at the same place that you do, you know. In this case, yeah, the previous range was super tight. I don't think we're gonna get any longs from there. Could potentially get longs off of that 5-minute chart on that second distribution. So I would wait for us to shift, hold, repump back up, and then I would try to enter a position right here to break the most recent high. That's gonna be possibly my play here for the PM session if we can hold this breaker. Took the day off. Yeah, that's good. Fridays are tricky sometimes, for sure. Usually, like, what Fridays are, let's say in ICT terms, every single candle is basically fractal. So let's say weekly wise, usually what people do is that they go on the weekly chart and they try to expect, where this one weekly candle will go. And if they expect it to be bullish because we are in a bullish market, or the higher time frame tells us that we're bullish, then they would usually wait for Monday to accumulate, Tuesday to put in the low of the week, all right, shift above the opening price. Wednesday you get your pullback to a higher time frame breaker, you add on Thursday, then on Friday you're creating, since you are pushing to the upside, let's say the whole week, then you should create the upwick of the weekly bullish candle. So if you're going to create the upwick of the weekly bullish candle, then you should retrace back to at least 30% of that weekly range to cap it off. So this is usually what people look for in ICT terms for Fridays. So let's say it was a bullish week, then they would look for pullbacks. They would have short bias. But trying to catch the let's say the daily range doesn't mean you're gonna catch it at 9:30 or at 10. Sometimes it will be a midday reversal. Sometimes it will keep going up, and then at 2 p.m. it will start going down. So that's why I don't really like to catch those all the time. You see here, on the weekly chart, I pretty much think a lot of people got faked out on that, depending if there was an SMT at this low. But on the weekly chart, I was definitely expecting price to go down to fill this unfilled gap, 100%. So that's why, try to day trade based on weekly charts is not necessarily the best thing. If you're a swing trader based on the weekly chart, that's really good. But like looking at the weekly, if you're gonna take a scalp for like 25 handles, I'm telling you, you're like, it gives you an overall bias, but you could short even if you have a weekly bullish bias. So like, I don't even bother looking at them, really. That's my point of view on it. I think like the lowest chart, the highest chart you could look at is the daily chart, because there's really good levels on the daily. But for me, like, I don't go above the 4 hour. I mark out my daily highs and lows, but I don't try to catch daily ranges 100%. Like, the best thing is the 4 hour, 1 hour to get like a big picture, and then scale down to the 15 and find a reason why price should go for 5, 6, 10 handles. Why do you think to trade only the fair value gap scalp strategy is profitable enough in your opinion? I don't exactly understand your question, but like I said, the strategy that I give on YouTube, let's say, gives you a lot of opportunities. It's simple, it doesn't have a lot of rules, so it's your job to go back test it and add rules to it. Find out that, okay, if you wait for an SMT divergence with ES, you have higher win rate, you have a better expected value in the long run. You still need to tweak it out a little bit to find your sweet spot, depending on who you are as a person. If you like to hold more, if you like to, if you would like to have a 0.7 risk to reward, how would that do? So yeah, it's a really, let's say, in the market conditions that we're at right now, it's really good. Could you make it better? Of course. In my opinion, it has room to make it better, timing wise, higher time frame wise. But I think, let's say we're talking about like purely a scalp model. The more trades you have, okay, so the higher the frequency, the lower your win rate. That's 100% certain. So what you would want to do is, add rules so you have less trades, but you have better opportunities. So let's say you have a 15-minute gap below you, then for me, let's say every time I was looking at those for value gap plays, the best plays were always when you just entered the gap and immediately rejected it rejected the beginning of the gap, right, and couldn't close a singular handle inside of it. Perfect. Then let's say in this scenario, this is the only thing you would use. Of course, it would happen maximum 3 times a week, but at least you're gonna make those have higher expected value than, you know, let's say a trade that digs super deep into the gap and then gives you that inversion for early gap, and then the OB at the top holds to create a new low. This is exactly what happened right here. So it's all depending on I would say keeping it simple would, you know, would still be really good, but adding some rules to it would make it even better. So yeah. How many likes do we have? 21. Oh hell no. You guys like the stream. I'm gonna give away a lightning account. I have 50k gross, advanced, and a lightning account. So the more likes that we have, the more chances we have to give away a lightning account. So just like the stream. So for now, it's gonna be an advanced for now. But it's all good. We're on Friday, so it's exactly like the Sundays. People do trade way more on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Tuesdays. I would just give a word. You know, I will say, okay, spam the word this, and then you will spam it. And a bot will register you into the giveaway, and he will randomly choose a winner. Pretty much what it's gonna be. Your best trades on Thursdays? Yeah, Thursdays are like my worst trades are on Mondays for me. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When you have small gaps, it means that it's not as good as a big gap. If the gap is big, it means that there's a lot of participants inside this gap. It means that the displacement was aggressive. The smaller the gap, the less information you have, the less valuable the gap becomes. 100%. So as soon as we get enough likes, we'll do the giveaway for sure. So lock in, guys. If we hold this and then we re-break this high, creating that breaker, I would definitely look for longs back towards the most recent high. So this buy side liquidity pool on the 5 minute. There's a 19-second delay, you're saying? Yo, how much is the delay? For real? Do I actually have 19-second delay? It's impossible. There's no fucking way. I don't even know how to, you know, lower the delay. I just start stream, to be honest. But I guess in trading it's super important, actually. Facts. Let's say I was gaming, it wouldn't be that bad. I did an audit on the past 6 months. Mondays are okay, but not great. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just reset the stream, by the way. Like, you can't say there's a 19-second delay if there is, let's say, like, reset the stream 2-3 times just to make sure, like, you are you have like the latest stream update. But let's say here on trading view, let's say if I go here, do you guys see it? Can you guys see the stream? Let's see. I'll do this. What's the time? What's the time here? It's like 37 seconds. I'll see it on my screen. On my stream, let's say when I look at, yeah, it should be around like 15 seconds. Holy shit. I don't know how though. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? I'm going to I'm gonna ask someone on the team to show me how to decrease the delay, but I actually don't know. On the next streams it will be better for sure. Oh hell no. Are you using OBS? Yeah, I'm using OBS. Yes, and look, yeah, I will fix that for sure. I don't know if it has to do with my, like, the power of my Wi-Fi, like the speed. Math tends to be 3 seconds, other stream can be 6, but 19 is as bad as it gets. Worth keep it. Yeah. Yo, chill. David Spark, but yeah, you're right though. It's not something I actually. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But thanks for the feedback. Still new to streaming on YouTube, so yeah, I'll get better. How do you use power of 3 in your trading? Good question. The best way to use power of 3, in my opinion, is scalp unfilled gaps. So let's say here, let's say we push towards this high, okay, and then this 15-minute candle closes. All right, let's say we're on the 15-minute chart, and then what I would like to happen, let's say it closes like this, boom, and it sweeps the buy side. But then this, let's say this is a 15-minute chart, so we have an unfilled gap on the 15. So what would I say to myself? I would be like, all right, I would want to see price sweeping the previous candle's high, flipping below the open of that candle, and then, you know, try to take shorts back towards an unfilled gap. So that this is how, like, the best power of 3s occur. Like, you cannot just blindly look at a chart and be like, okay, this is accumulation, manipulation, and right now we created the breaker, so this should be distribution. It's not enough. it's not enough context. You need at least an area where historically you have such, let's say, low volume, or there's so many participants waiting to get filled in that area that you usually go back towards it. So then you can use the power of 3 accumulation, manipulation, then you would see a distribution back towards your area, you know? So like using the power of 3 to scalp internal gaps that are not filled yet are really good, or using the power of 3 when you just enter the gap is good also. So let's say you have the gap here and then you're starting to accumulate, and then you have a 15-minute gap just below you. You wait for it to open low. Either you take the inverse or flip above the open right here, then you take your longs back up, because you have, let's say, a power of 3. As soon as you flip above the open, then you know that this candle will most likely close bullish. So that's how I would use it. Right now, really good displacement back to the upside. I like this. I'm definitely looking for possible longs now. Not exactly on this timing though, but I'm definitely looking for longs. I'm currently in a short here as it pulled back to the top of the range. Am I analyzing the, you know, I can't really tell you if your analysis is right or wrong. You know, I do my analysis based on my own strategy, my edge, so it doesn't mean that you should have the same analysis. It's like there's not one right way to read the chart. You could use EMAs and be right a lot of times, you know, when I'm not. If there is a 5-minute fair value gap or a 3-minute in the same spot, which fair value gap is better to use? You would wait for a close of the 5 because it's a time frame higher than the 3, so it has more meaning. The higher the gap, the more important it becomes. Yeah, that's 100% sure, Mario. Like if even live trading, let's say, live trading is like, in my opinion, the best thing to, you know, have a community and vibe and stuff, or even to learn. But just taking the same trades without listening to the guy is just dumb. You know, let's say like when I go on Tradeify TV, like they're always asking me questions about, what are you looking for right now and stuff. And then when I go, let's say 1 week after, when I go back, they're like, yo, Amos, this is what you said last time. Are you still looking at this, and that? So I'm like, damn, that's cool that people are, you know, remembering exactly what I'm looking for to take a trade. But that's like the point of it. It's like, you know, giving away a framework to read price, not necessarily like trades. Who gives a shit about trades? If you can't repeat them, like, do you think you're gonna make 1,000 off of them and then it's gonna be done? You're gonna keep trading anyways, so if you don't have anything really strong, then what is an order block? An order block is just a break of structure. So high, low, higher, high. This is a bullish order block, so you would take the last down move before the break of structure. So this is an order block right here. This is a bullish order block, so this zone should hold in order to create a new high. A bearish order block is a low, high, lower, low. So you draw a box right here, last up move before the break of structure to the downside, and this zone should hold in order to create a new low. That's an order block. What do I wait? I don't wait for those order blocks, and I don't pray inside those order blocks to hold to create a new low. What I do is that I wait for those order blocks to get disrespected, so I have, again, even more confirmation that, okay, there's going to be a reaction from here. So let's say I have a bearish order block. A lot of people are going to put limit orders right here. to predict that we're gonna break the new low. Okay, we're gonna create a new low. What I do is that I wait for those people to get stopped out, creating a breaker block. So now I would use the same zone as my area of resistance. So in this case, support, since it's bullish. So right here, boom, and then that's usually where I go long from to scalp the most recent high. But what do I add to this? I add multiple confirmations. Let's say on the trade that I took yesterday, I usually don't only have a gap. Let's say I don't usually only have a breaker. I have usually a breaker, so creation of a bearish order block at first, so this zone should hold, right? But then when it pushes, it creates a down move like this and then breaks back up, and it breaks with displacement. So I have a fair value gap, an order block right here, bullish, and a breaker. So I have 3 repeated arrays. What is most likely going to happen? At least we're going to break the most recent high. That's usually what all my trades look like. Literally, all my trades look like those. But understanding the timing behind why this one would work rather than another, etc., it gets so deep. But yeah, this is basically what I'm looking for. But I'm not, like, for me, time is way more important than structure. It's not more important, but you cannot make money without time, in my opinion. If you make money without time, I don't know how you're doing it, because there's so many things that happen because of let's say a higher time frame candle or a higher time frame zone, that if you disregard that, then it's hard to get the timing right. But yeah, breaker and retest for sure. That sounds easy and very hard at the same time. It's never about the pattern. It's all about the timing of the pattern. Remember, there's an X and a Y. A lot of people are only looking at the Y, which is the price. But there's also here X, which is the time. So if you cannot align the reason why price should break this high at this exact time, then over the long run, you'll get cooked. There's a reason why there's time. You gotta look at time. But that's my view on it. You know, a lot of people don't use time and are pretty good still, you know. How many likes do we have? 49. We're gonna do 60, at least 60 likes for an advanced account. 60 likes. Come on. So right now, what time was that? 44. Not bad though. Not bad. I'll look for potential longs here. Not now exactly, but looking for longs. I got burned on a Friday, last Friday, exactly on the same kind of play. I will definitely not enter as heavy. That's one thing that is for sure. I'll enter though, but not as heavy. Or let's say if we sweep this high here, I would look for potential shorts if we can't close above this high. $67. Nice. How deep into the fair value gap do you expect to observe before entering into a trade? Wait, yo, what is this question? How deep into the fair value gap do you like? Oh, reword your question. What the fuck is that? But yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I said. So you see here, we had, let's say, you will see bigger structure, but if I go, let's say, up a time frame to the 5-minute chart, you will be able to see exactly high, low, you know, right here. We broke structure to the downside, so this whole zone should hold in order to create new lows. What did we do though? We broke above it, retested it, boom, pushed up. So now we have a breaker, an order block, and a gap right here, all three. This is exactly what I was looking for. We still didn't take out this buy side liquidity pull, so if I pull back to here, we're most likely going to break the the most recent high. So yeah, so here 40, so you see you have a 5-minute gap here. If I mark out everything in terms of what I know, let's say on the 5-minute chart, this right here would be my breaker block, this right here would be my order block, and this right here would be a fair value gap on the 5. So usually I like to enter on 5-minute off of a 5-minute structure. What time frame you use for the high sweep and close below? What do you mean? A higher time frame candle? It could be anything. It could be a 5-minute, 15, 30. Let's see here. I have my M5 fair value gap right here. I have a breaker. Right here I have sell side liquidity sweep. And right here I have my order block. Right here I have generated buy side. So now I would want to see a pullback. Right here it's 52. So best case scenario, we wick this high, pull back all the way here, hold it, create new highs. That's not bad. So now I have all my information needed for me to break at least this most recent high or this buy side. So the most recent high would be, let's say if I entered for a bigger picture play, it would be, the buy side would be my TP2, this internal high would be my TP1. So here, let me just calculate my risk. Let me just log in, because right now I'm on paper, but let me just log in to my Tradeify account. I'll just do this. All right. What do you mean, what is that? Malaysian SNR. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me just calculate my risk here. Let's say I go here. The 2 cons. What would it be? Yeah, this is not bad for 2 cons. This is not bad for toucans, for sure. Like, that would enter toucans here. Or, like, the best possible play would be the 5 minute fair value gap, 100%. So let's say I enter here, 700 bucks. Almost. That isn't bad. So yeah, that's possibly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my orders on Tradeify though. What is it? 55. We'll wait. But that's most likely the trade I'm gonna take. Hopefully we pull back. If we don't, then fortunate, but we still have a lot of accumulation right here. I think we could see price sweeping those lows back into this 5 minute gap like this. Hopefully we'll not rush towards those highs. Are you Mexican? Nah, I'm Algerian. It's from Africa, North Africa. But good question. I do have a Mexican look. I don't think we're gonna get that entry though. I would be really surprised. Damn. No, it's just the app. The app, like I never switched the language. Yeah, we're most likely not gonna pull back. Best thing that could ever happen is price displacing down right now. I want to see a wick right here. This fair value gap will be really strong anyways. If price comes down, that will be pretty good anyways. I'll wait for a deeper pullback. I think even this is not bad. Not bad retracement at all. 12 points, bro. We're gonna take out that buy side. Like, there's a huge chance. So like this would be like a super aggressive play, but you know, waiting for price to pull back would be the best. So yeah, you see how I framed it is just the entry. Sometimes, let's say if you decide to enter here, then it will retrace so deep to a point where there's no fucking way you could enter. Like you wouldn't get stopped out, I mean. And yeah, that's basically it. You know, for the people who say like, oh, the entry is the last thing. Of course, it's the last thing that you should care about when you're building an edge, but it's the hardest thing ever. Like finding the right entry, because it always changes. Sometimes it's a breakout, sometimes it's a pullback, sometimes you gotta enter, you know, knowing that you could get stopped out and the trade is still valid, etc, etc. The scenario is always different. Fortunate. Setup was clean as fuck though, but can't do anything about it. How many likes do we have? We're 70 right now. 75 likes. Okay, so we're already in advance. Okay, if we can get a few more likes, so what is it, 100, we're doing a growth. You know what, at 100 I'm doing a lightning account giveaway. That's what we're gonna do. 100 lightning account giveaway. But the stream is not, you guys need to lock in actually. 100 lightning account giveaway, come on. Can we get that? Oh, on the Ferrari gap, how far is too far? I mean, it gets far when you start digging below 50%. Gold, let me see gold. Oh my days, that means Bitcoin isn't, that's good still. Doesn't look too bad. What is it? Gold, you said? Damn. But gold is one of those pairs where I can't trade that, man. This is definitely in use. It shouldn't move like that. What news was that? That's definitely news. Yeah. NQ is bullish. Is in some bullishness. Yeah, I'm seeing people log into their second accounts, bro. 80 people. 94 likes already. Man, lock in, bro. You guys can do that. I think we can get to 120 easily. What do you guys think? There was good trades on the Dow. Yeah. Yeah, this candle has no chance of flipping bearish. That's 100%. The White House is to clarify misinformation on gold tariffs. A gold order is to be posted in the near future. Damn. Those news actually, imagine if you don't have any stop loss and that shit just hits you. It did happen to me, but on the right side, which was insane. But man, imagine if I didn't have any stop losses. I did have a stop loss, but you're still getting slipped to hell. 100% chance of you getting slipped. 113. Yeah, you guys are locked in. Oh my god, these are so fake. But I respect that. I respect the hustle. 120. Lock in. Log into that 4th account. But I think the video that I just posted on YouTube is pretty damn good actually. You guys need to see it. It's pretty quick. Pretty quick. Sometimes, let's say my edge, like my strategy is so specific, like I need to see stuff happen, you know, at certain timings and stuff, and I ask a lot from the market. Sometimes I'm like, damn, should I, you know, not put on a rule just to put on more trades? And let's see, even if I would have a lower win rate, I would still take so many trades where, you know, even if you have a lower win rate, if you have a higher frequency of trades, you're still making more money than someone with a higher win rate, depending if on the amount of money he's able to bet on every trade. But let's say like that's one thing about statistic is like you could have someone trading having a 64% win rate, okay, but taking at least 7 trades a week. 7 trades a week. Or let's say like, no, not 7 trades. Let's say like he takes around like 350 trades per year. Trades per year. Okay. And the other is, let's say 78, or like, let's say 74 win rate. But he takes, let's say he takes 100 and let's say he takes 160 trades per year. This is by far better than this if you're risking the same amount of money on every trade. So like you could say, oh yeah, but you just need to risk more on this kind of system and you'll make more. But that comes with, you know, psychology issues and, you know, stress, and you're not necessarily going to live the life that you would want to live if you're like, in order to make the same amount of money from this strat. Let's just make the count. Let me pull out my calculator right here. But let's say 350, all right, trades per year, you win 64%. So you win 224 trades per year. Okay. So you win, so 224 wins and you lose 126. Okay, loss. So in terms of R multiple, all all right, you would just do 224 minus 126, so you would be up 98 hours per year, okay, which is really fucking good. But sometimes, like, if you're asking for such a high win rate every time and you can't handle those loss streaks, then you will miss out on an edge with a lower win rate but higher returns. So let's say here 74%. So let's say you have 160 trades and then you win 74% of them. So you win 118 wins. So, and you lose 41. Okay, so then it would be 118 minus 41, so 77 hours. You see, you're making more money with this strategy that has a lower win rate than this strategy that has a higher win rate. That's why, like, focusing on win rate is like, it's important, but if you don't take the time to, you know, look back at your data and be like, shit, I could start putting on more risk actually, and that would just play out better for me in the long run, you know. So, like, even like for this strategy to be comparable, let's say, I think even a 59% win rate would outperform it. You can make the count, but like, I'm not exactly sure, but like 59-60% win rate will be the same thing as something that is 74 but has less trades. So that's, in my opinion, still good to look back at the frequency of your trades. Yeah, this has no chance of pulling back, and we still don't have any gaps below us. So 120. All right, we're gonna do the giveaway right now. It's getting pretty late actually, into Friday because we're on a Friday. But so let me do this. Let's take this off. All right. So boom, Botrix. All right, so the word will be Amos. All right, word is Amos right now for a 50k lightning account giveaway. Lock in. So we can spam the word Amos. See, it wasn't too delayed with some people, right? I said that like 6 seconds ago, I swear to God, and some people were already typing Amos. Alright, spam the word Amos. We're not a lot right now, so like on Fridays, it's actually good to give away straight to funded accounts. Not gonna lie to y'all, but that's good. So I'm gonna wait, bro. 75. Yeah, I'm starting it right now. Like, you guys are actually cheating. It's not even funny. Alright, I'm starting it right now. Come on, lock in. Oh. Did she already win? I think she already won something, no? Oh my god. Melissa, congrats. Damn. Oh my god. That's amazing. You have 35 seconds to type in the chat. Come on. I don't see you in the chat. Okay, yeah. You won before, no? I remember giving you an account. Damn, that shit is crazy. Congrats. Congrats on the win. Melissa, you've been blessed by God. So take that blessing, man. Possibly because she has a lot of comments in my YouTube videos, you know. When you comment my YouTube videos, it gets you more chances of winning. I'm trolling, but yeah, congrats. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. And Melissa, yeah, just you can DM me on, what is it? Yeah, DM me on Discord. You can DM me on Discord. Alright, so DM me on Discord. But yeah, congrats on you getting your second account again, which is crazy. GG's. And where are you from, Melissa? Just so we know the country that we just saved. NYC, damn, that's good. Congrats. So it's getting pretty late. What time is it? 2:15. You saved America. Yeah, actually. Yeah, it's getting pretty late right now in the PM session. And I don't like anything, actually. I really wanted to see those longs play out on the 15, but couldn't get any pullbacks. Also here on this 5-minute chart, wanted to see price pull back towards this 5-minute gap, but couldn't see any pullbacks again, which is just crazy. So yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna make it too long today, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll look for a potential trade if we can. I think we have some room to the downside right now. If we do close, let's say below this gap here, I think this is a good confirmation to go short. Is that something I want to take on my accounts? Not really. I want to take something with higher quality than this, actually. So yeah. There will be another account to win. Not today. Not today, unfortunately. I gave like the biggest account possible, like worth $350 USD. So yeah, it will be for the next giveaway though. I still have more accounts to give out. 100%. But yeah, getting pretty late in the PM session. Now looking to get into something to give back some profits on the week. I will just go back in my journal to show you guys my monthly stats, just to be super transparent and show you guys how I ended up doing on this week. So here we go. I already made a video about it, but this is my monthly stats right here. Boom. Right here, you guys can see currently up $24,000 on my accounts. And yeah, this is a trade that I took yesterday. Also, like, this was the micro trade I took yesterday also, that I explained the reason why I took it. You know, didn't want to put in a risk, but if I didn't take this trade yesterday, I would have taken this one with my full size, which gives you a perspective of what I'm actually looking at. So that's pretty much it. Let me just go here. Yeah, you guys see it pretty well, but yeah, that's pretty much my journal. This is also my journal for last month right here. Let me see, at a range. Okay, here, yeah, month of July. So yeah, trying to get better every single day, scalping the same exact setup every single day also. So yeah, keeping the same energy every single day, the same kind of setups, framework, and looking for that payout for sure, but not thinking about it too much, because this is when you start doing mistakes. But yeah, just being super transparent with y'all, I think it's important. Not a lot of people are transparent. Even if, let's say, they would get a payout, it would be like a flip account with 5 trades in it. When you guys can see, like, this is my whole journal. I started those accounts on the 27th of June, lost 4.8, then July, this is my P&L, and then this is August. So I've been trading these accounts for a while now, so multiple trading days inside of them, and was not always easy. And even this week, like, missed out on something set up on the 6th, but yeah, we live and we learn, and we'll get better as the time goes for sure. All right, so appreciate you guys so much again for showing up on every single stream. I will be live on Sunday at around 12 p.m. I think. I will send the announcement on my Discord and on Twitter. Yeah, if you're trying to use a prop firm, make sure you guys check out Tradeify. Use code AMOS for the highest discount, okay, and a higher win rate. You guys already know what it's all about. So thank you guys so much, and I see you guys on Sunday. Peace out.